is called a Canadian hero. There are some words you'll need to know as you listen to the passage. The first word is mediocre. Mediocre means ordinary or second rate. I like to remember the word mediocre like it's somewhere in the middle, in the meaty. I am recording, it's okay. In the middle. Okay? The other word is stamina. Stamina. Which means to have a lot of energy or endurance, like the energy lasts a long time. A Canadian hero. On July 28, 1958, Terry Fox was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Terry proved to be a very active child who loved all kinds of sports, including soccer, rugby, baseball, and diving. However, he was not very tall. This forced him to work twice as hard as the bigger kids. Although this difficulty would have caused many to give up, it only made Terry try harder. This sense of determination is what motivated him throughout his life, and it is one of the reasons he is known as a Canadian hero. When Terry was in junior high school, he loved basketball and wanted to play guard on his school's basketball team. However, because he was only 5 feet tall and mediocre at the game, many of his classmates thought he didn't stand a chance. Terry wasn't about to give up. Every day he would practice basketball, and by grade 10, he was one of the best guards on the team. Because of his persistence and determination, Terry achieved his goal. He carried this determination with him to the school's swim team, where he won numerous medals in swimming and diving. Many people were impressed with his stamina and endurance. These qualities would help him in his battle against cancer. At age 18, Terry was diagnosed with bone cancer in his right leg. In order to prevent its spread, doctors had to amputate his leg several inches above his knee. No one would have judged Terry if he had decided to stop participating in sports after this life-changing surgery. However, once Terry recovered from his surgery and learned how to use his artificial leg, he decided to run from coast to coast in order to raise money for cancer research. He called his run the Marathon of Hope, and his goal was to raise $1 from each Canadian citizen. When he reflected on his cancer treatment, he stated, and this is a quote, "I remember promising myself that should I live, I would rise up to meet this new challenge face to face and prove myself worthy of life. Something too many people take for granted. End quote. At the beginning of Terry's marathon on April 12th, 1980, he dipped his artificial leg in the Atlantic Ocean at St. John's, Newfoundland. He intended to dip it again in the Pacific Ocean at Vancouver, British Columbia. Terry ran an average of 23.3 miles a day, roughly the distance of a typical marathon, and he kept this pace for 143 days. People would line the streets of the towns he ran through in order to cheer him on. Unfortunately, Terry was unable to finish his run. On September 1st, Terry was forced to stop his marathon when it was discovered that his cancer had spread to his lungs. He had run a total of 3,339 miles through several provinces in Canada. Terry Fox died several months afterward, at the age of 22. But his marathon of hope had captured Canada's attention. A nationwide telethon was organized in the hope of raising additional funds for cancer research. This and other fundraising campaigns were so successful that by February 1981, $24.17 million had been raised. Terry Fox's dream of getting $1 from every single Canadian for cancer research had been fulfilled. Stop. Because of Terry Fox's strength in the face of adversity and his desire to help others, he is considered a national hero of Canada. In his memory, Terry Fox Run events are organized all across Canada, the United States, and in other countries around the world, and they have raised countless millions for cancer research. The Terry Fox Monument still stands in Thunder Bay, Canada, near where his marathon of hope ended.